Hello students. As I have promised you that I will discuss the difference between solids, liquids and gases from chapter number 7. So here it is in front of you. That means as you can see the table, orange color table in your page number 81. This is the difference between the various forms of matter. Before going into the details of this difference, I would like to remind you that there are some common observable properties of solids, liquids, and gases, which we have discussed in our previous videos. Today it is our turn to discuss the differences between solids, liquids, and gases. So, first one is solids. Solids occupy a fixed shape. Solids cannot flow. Solids cannot flow. They cannot flow. Solids occupy a fixed space. They occupy a certain space. So, I hope we have discussed 5 common observable properties. Out of those 5 properties, 3 has been mentioned. So try to keep it in your mind, try to save it properly. Next, the difference is from the liquids. Liquids do not have a fixed shape. They do not have a fixed shape. One more thing you should do, that is try to include examples in your fourth point. Fourth point should be related to your examples. And I would like to add one more thing, that is the fifth point should be related to your diagram. Try to draw any figure related to solids, related to liquids, and related to gas. So, two columns, two rows here I have added. One is for example and another one is for your diagram. So what I was discussing, I was in this liquid do not have a fixed shape. They can flow easily. Liquids can flow easily. Liquids occupy the same space. I hope all of you know the examples. You can add milk, water, kerosene, diesel, petrol, cooking oil, etc. and etc. And just try to draw that diagram related to that. Draw water bottle, that will be sufficient. Next, we have gases. They do not have a fixed shape. They do not have a fixed shape. Gases can flow easily. Gases can flow easily in all the directions. It is not necessarily that it will move towards east only, or it is not necessary that gas will always move towards north. Next, we have it occupies whatever space is available to them. So in that example, you can write down nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, etc. And for that diagram, just you can draw the shape of the cloud or air. You cannot draw that air. This you can draw this kind of things. I can understand that you have tried to express the movement of air. Clear? Come to the next point. Water exists in all the 3 states of matter. A simple question may be there. So you have to name a matter which can exist in all the three states. Here, three states means solid, liquid, and gas. Solid water is called ice. That means the solid form of water is known as ice. Liquid form of water is water only. Water itself it is in liquid form. And the last one is our water vapor. The gaseous form of water. The gaseous form of water is called water vapor. So go through this sentence very much nicely. Water is a form of is a matter which can exist in all the three different states of matter. The solid form of water is called ice. The liquid form of water is called water, and the gaseous form of water is called water vapor. Next, we have to discuss the various uses of matter. We are surrounded by matter. Whatever you can see around yourself, all of them are matter. Whether it is a pen, pencil, eraser, utensils, etc. and etc. The food we eat, the clothes we wear, the book we read, and the vehicles we ride are all solids. Is there anything which are liquid? No. Next, the water, the milk, the juice we drink, the oil we use for cooking, and the blood that flows in our body, all of them are liquids. Is there anything that is solid in nature? So, the properties should come in your mind quickly so that you can easily differentiate between the solid, liquids, and gases. So, water, milk, juice, cooking oil, all of them are liquids. Next, we have the air we breathe is a mixture of gases and the various types of gases. That means the various examples we have discussed, like that: oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, smoke, etc. Gas is filled in kites, not that simple one. Some kites are there where we have to fill those with air, like balloons. Next, we have football and bicycle tires. Not only bicycle tires, bike also. Nowadays, that thing is changed. That we will discuss in higher class. So here we have discussed the various uses of matter based on their for various forms of matter: solid, liquid, and gases. Thus, we find the different forms of matter around us. All these forms of matter are very useful to us. It is difficult to imagine our lives without them. What they are trying to explain, that means they have tried to explain this, that without the matter we cannot live our life. We have to use the various forms of matter in our day to day activities. So I hope the things which I have discussed today with you, that is the difference between solids, liquids, and gases, and the uses of matter, are clear to you. In this way, we have completed this chapter number 7. Few exam textbook questions are there. Definitely, I will try to discuss those with you. So this much for today. Thank you.